Guys, I'm really excited to have Amy here with us today. She's one of my very favorite humans and friends and coworkers. We met several years ago at a different brokerage and we kind of bonded over some mom stuff and similar lifetimes. And she's just an amazing realtor and sales associate. And she's worked in a few different areas in the real estate realm. So she is on today as my new construction expert. And we're going to hear from her on kind of what she's seeing on that side of things. So thanks, Amy. How's it going?
It's going good. It's great to see you. And yeah, it's been many moons ago that we met when I was a realtor in my past life. So now I'm kind of on the other side of things with lots of listings, right? Selling new home construction.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so just because I'm kind of curious what we're seeing, and it's been such a crazy few years, I know buyers are probably hearing about some of the craziness that people have experienced, over the last 2 or 3 years. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what the market looks like right now. I know back in the COVID times, builders couldn't build homes fast enough. We had long waiting lists. We had kind of highest and best offers in some situations where new construction is usually like the first well-qualified buyer. So what has changed and what is the market like today on your end? What are you seeing?
Yeah, great question. So as you know, Austin is a little bit different, right? We're blessed than some of the other things happening around the country. So we see a lot of times people coming in, relocating here, seeing the news headlines and not realizing the strong economy that we have, the tech industry here and so many businesses moving here and so many people moving here. We still have a shortage of homes overall. And, with Perry Homes in Parkside on the river, which is where I am, we don't actually have a whole lot of inventory available. We are working to get our starts out right and building. And so we have some available homes in our 45-foot product, which, is quite affordable, right around some under the 500 mark. But surprisingly, people are pretty shocked that we don't have a bunch of homes to deep discount and to offload.
Yeah, I think in Q4 of last year, we were seeing quite the change and some incentives and some great interest rates and different things. But it feels to me like it's catching up a little bit and becoming a little bit more normal. And it's interesting to hear that that's what you're seeing as well.
Yeah, and I'm getting maybe a little bit more confidence as well as they've kind of, hung back and seen what things are going to happen with the interest rates and the market and pricing. I know last month in February, we had our biggest month that we have had since January of 21. So
Wow.
lots of sales. Yeah, it's been a busy times out there.
Awesome. So since there are less inventory homes already complete, really quick move in, what does the build time typically look like? And what does that process look like? I guess your opinion across the board with builders, like what can people choose if that's still a thing? And yeah, how long does this all take if someone is interested in building a home?
Sure. Great question. So I can't speak specifically for all other builders, but I can speak for Perry. Our build times are averaging between 10 and 14 months. We do see build time shortening just a little bit. So we're trying to pare that down and, finish and complete homes with that same quality in a little bit less time. So one thing that sets Perry apart is we have a lot of included features. So there isn't a lot needed to spend at the design center, which really surprises people. So what that process looks like is, giving you the ability to pick the perfect plan for your family, select the home site, pick your structural options and really be able to personalize your home going to the design center for 4 hours total of design appointment. And what makes that fun is that on average, I would say my customers spend between 20 and 30,000 at the design center is all. I've been through that process. I own 2 Perry homes and I've built one and been through that process. So I'm not stretching the truth or lying. That really is true. And the other way to see that is within our inventory homes, we have a whole team of selections team that picks everything out. It's beautiful. And we put about 20,000 or so of design options in our inventory. So I can show people those and say, hey, here's what this is going to look like when you go to the design center and, create and personalize your home. To your needs.
Awesome. Yeah, I've done it with clients and it's so much fun and I will build a home one day. I can't wait. But speaking of, there's just such a variation between builders. Certain communities and certain features are standard with some builders and they cost extra to add on with other builders. What are some other things that buyers should consider when choosing a community and a builder and like when they want to go the new construction route?
Yeah, I love that question. And, again, as I mentioned, we have so many people from the out of the area that come and visit. And I always tell people it's like a funnel, right? Having moved here from out of state myself, there are so many areas, so many pockets, so many communities. It can be overwhelming. So having a great realtor like yourself is really, really helpful to help them navigate, just based on their family's needs. So I say start big, start with an area if you're commuting, if you need to be close to the city or a certain school district, start up there and then visit communities and then paring down a builder and then from a builder, a floor plan. So it's kind of like dating. I feel like you can have all this data like on a paper and your charts and plus and minuses. But at the end of the day, you just kind of feel like this is right. And it feels like I could call this home. So to kind of pare it down, through that process until it feels like somewhere you could see, raising your family or waking up every day and walking your dog or, whatever that looks like to you.
Totally. I've been that buyer that said I wanted X, Y, and Z on paper and then walked into a house that was totally different. And I was like, this is the one. It's kind of a gut feel.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the advantages of new construction. I know a lot of buyers and myself as a buyer have had long wish lists, but there are no perfect homes. And so sometimes I say, if you can't afford your dream home right now, you likely have to compromise on either price or location or condition, like DIY, drive out further, or spend more money, whatever you kind of want to compromise on. So I know we only have so much land in Austin and everything is getting a little further out, but I just wanted you to touch on a few of the advantages of new construction. I know as a buyer, you don't want to move in and something go wrong. And so some of the warranties are really amazing. Tell us more about that.
Yeah. So again, great question. I would say some of the design options. So with the newer designs, at least for Perry, we spend a lot of resource and time to really make sure our designs are functional, with home offices, with flex space, with soaring ceilings, lots of windows, lots of natural light. So regardless of the size of your home, it's going to live large and have a great feel and be really flexible as your family's needs, change as well. So that's one thing. And then of course, energy efficiency is on everyone's mind, keeping those energy costs low. We do energy efficient green homes, we're below what's required for the home energy rating system and pride ourselves on that with smart coming standard, things like your Nest doorbell, thermostat, Wi-Fi light switches are exciting, your low E, windows, all those things, the extra insulation and radiant barrier, things that are going to keep those costs down. And then one thing that, is cool too, is that even though we have city code, right, and inspections, we also have a third party company that comes in and does extra inspections and quality assurance. And things like your foundation being poured, there's anywhere from, 10 to 20 truck loads of, concrete that are coming in when that's poured. And to have a project manager on every single pour is a big deal, and we're proud to say that we're offering that. So our customers can be assured that they're going to not have issues later and have that quality. And lastly, I'd say, we have a 2-year workmanship warranty. So that same crew that builds your home is going to service your warranty that's not sold off. And it's for 2 years on, HVAC, plumbing, tile. And that's a really big deal and a lot of peace of mind for customers just to feel like they're going to be protected, right, with their investment. And we're confident enough in our product that we're willing to offer that.
Awesome. Yeah. And that's rare, you guys. Most new home builders have more warranties and then also manufacturers warranties. So I think buyers can move in with a little bit more confidence that they're not going to have any big expenses like a roof or, one of the major appliances or systems in the home going out. And yeah, I just wanted to echo what Amy was saying. The feel of Perry homes, you walk in and the spaces are wider. It's not choppy like they were building homes in the 90s, and the kitchens are big and open. And it's just really appealing to what buyers want today. So everything feels beautiful and new. And you can tell that they spend a lot of time doing research on market trends and what buyers desire right now. So that's awesome. Perry is one of my favorite builders ever. And just asking your local realtor that's done business with several builders, they can kind of tell you pros and cons of each, make sure that you really choose a reputable builder that uses quality vendors, trades, products, just has good warranties to back up their product, etc. Awesome.
I was just going to say absolutely. And to your point too, we're seeing a smaller footprint, to your point with land and needing to do some smaller homes. And we have 45-foot product now in Parkside on the river. And so that's a choice too, as customers and families are looking, would they rather have something really large with maybe less quality that's more in their price point, or would they rather have something maybe a little bit smaller, really well designed with very great quality to, be able to protect protect their investment and build some equity. There's all sorts of choices, but unless we have an unlimited budget, right, we're millionaires, usually we have to compromise on something.
Absolutely. And it's so cool being able to choose your lot. That's something that can never be changed. And if you want, a quiet street or backing to a green belt or a cul-de-sac lot, like putting the floor plan that works for your family and choosing the lot that you want is just so rare and awesome. It's such a fun process. Is there anything else that I forgot or that you want to talk about? I don't know, struggles or the biggest advice for buyers?
Just to try to have fun, I guess, in the process. It can be really stressful and overwhelming, and it's easy to overthink it. But again, I think having a great realtor in your pocket to guide you and help you make that decision is really, really valuable, just as you pare down all those options. But just to go with your gut in the end, start big and kind of start narrowing things down. And even with the rates, it's nice to think about the price you're getting for your home, finding a home that you love. There's no such thing as a great price on a home that you don't love. And so I also really think it's important people don't settle, because moving's expensive, right? We all run to Target and it's like $3 on shower curtains and trash cans and like a different picture for that wall. So I never like to see people settle and purchase something going, well, this is fine for now, but we really wanted, right? So hold out and get what you want within reason, and get something that you can plan to stay in, even if you need to restructure your loan or refinance down the road. On that note, one more thing is we are currently offering up to $20,000 towards closing, buying your rate down with our preferred lender, and then a $10,000 gift card at closing to make that target run on select inventory homes for March.
Awesome. That's fantastic. And I totally agree. If you score a great deal on something, but then in a year or two, you want to move again because you're already outgrowing it or you're dumping a lot of money into it, it is an investment naturally, but you always need a place to live and you're going to pay to rent or live somewhere. So I agree that it's a wise choice to really get something that's going to fit your family and their best life for many years. Well, awesome. Amy, thank you so much for being here. And I look forward to maybe continuing this series, but I really appreciate your time.
Thanks, Jessica. I appreciate you having me on, and I hope to see you out soon. Come visit me.
Absolutely. And buyers, if anybody is interested in Perry Homes or other communities, feel free to reach out and I will go with you and connect you with some of the awesome builder contacts that I have. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.